Air travel in the 60s and 70s was glamorous and glitzy. And you could have all that in Pendleton, Oregon, thanks to the Skyroom Restaurant and Lounge. In 1970, the Skyroom Restaurant and Lounge was bought by Wayne and Grace Eng, with grand ambitions of making it the nicest restaurant in Eastern Oregon by bringing their Chinese heritage to the forefront. And they came from a long line of restaurateurs and business owners who helped build Pendleton. In the mid-1800s, Chinese immigrants came to Pendleton, like much of the West, in search of work. And according to the 1870 census, there were 7 Chinese men living in Pendleton. 3 cooks, 2 who operated laundries, and 2 who worked on a farm. Between 1860 and 1890, the Chinese population of Oregon grew from 425 to 9,540. And in Pendleton, a Chinatown developed in the downtown core, with dwellings, businesses, and of course, places to eat. However, newspapers described Chinatown and the Chinese residents with open hostility and suspicion that Chinese were stealing jobs from white men. And yet, on those same pages, Chinese business owners appeared in lists of contributors to the town's community, like this 4th of July celebration. By 1930, restaurant work had surpassed all other historically Chinese occupations, with 63% of Chinese people in Pendleton working in the restaurant industry. In 1929, Wayne Eng was born in China and brought to Pendleton when he was 8. And throughout his childhood, he worked in his family's restaurant business, specifically the Oregon Cafe on Main Street, operated by Wayne's father and uncles since 1914. Like many Chinese restaurateurs of the era, they were leasing property rather than owning it. As downtown Pendleton shifted and redevelopment pressures mounted, Chinese-run properties were gradually displaced. But the Oregon Cafe was a core institution of downtown, advertising both American and Chinese cuisine, and a place to go when out on the town. The Oregon Cafe would become the last Chinese business in the downtown commercial core of Pendleton, until the Golden Fountain opened in 1988 on Main Street. The Oregon Cafe closed in 1966, when Wayne's father, Harry, retired. But Wayne carried on in restaurants, eventually, after encouragement from his wife Grace, buying his own. When Wayne and Grace acquired the Skyroom Restaurant and Lounge, they spent $40,000 to renovate the restaurant, expanding seating and bringing luxury to the interior with a designer from Portland. Red leather seats, a red and gold color palette, luxurious carpets. But they really wanted to be known for their food and beverages. Cocktails before dinner, upscale American food like steaks, and authentic gourmet Chinese dishes, prepared by a chef from Hong Kong who had been working in LA. And at a time when air travel symbolized modern America, the Skyroom at the Pendleton airport was owned and operated by immigrants who, a century earlier, had been confined to a segregated neighborhood.